Welcome to Laugh with Kanini. My name is Kanini. A government should be of the people, by the people, for the people. This Ruto administration imefail to understand that a government should be for the people. Serikali, it should be serving at the privilege of the people, not the other way around. Haiwezekani. Haiwezekani. These words came from the President Lincoln. So they were fighting for civil rights here in America to end slavery of the black person. Kenya saa hizi tuna fight to end slavery of the Kenyan by his system ya majambazi that is in government. But they have become good. Ukiangalia from when Obama was telling us things are not going well in Kenya. That was back in 2008. All these people who have been in government wamekuwa wakiiba, not just parliament, the judiciary, the police, in healthcare, everywhere. System zima corruption. So right now, what Gen Z is saying, they want a by the people, for the people government. By the people, for the people. But this government haijapea Kenya any confidence that this government is for the people. And let's see how. But all this is on the internet, by the way. All this is on the internet. But you will see the government clearly has not been acting in the best interest of Kenya. It's not for the people government. You know, like, why do you want to serve in a government where you don't want to serve the people? That's my biggest question. Why? The finance bill, at least imefanya Kenyans waamke. At last, finance bill, I thank God for it kwa sababu imefanya Kenyans now waamke. Now it's time we start thinking. You know, finance bill is not even as bad as some of the things that Ruto is being accused of doing to Kenya. He's being accused of being too cozy with the West. To some point, kind of betraying the country. Now, this you don't take lightly because that is treason. Now, because of that, Kenya can actually have a vote of no confidence in the government. Okay, first tuangalie, there are a few things for me that zenye zimenikasirisha. Na finance bill najua ni mzigo mkubwa, but even here, it's not as bad. It's not even as bad as when you accuse a president of acting in the interest of the West instead of acting in the best interest of the country. Na amefanya hivyo a number of times. Mpaka Kenyans are like, you know, like what do they have on you? What do they have on you as the president of Kenya that you have to betray the country in this manner? You know, are they threatening you? Kuna kitu umefanya they're threatening you about that you cannot act in the best interest of Kenya as the president of Kenya. Number one, sending troops to Haiti. Sending Kenyan troops to Haiti. Waende wakufie a foreign country. Wakipigania nini? Wanapigania nini? Our men should protect our women and our children. When we take our men, they will fight Haiti because that's what the president of the US anataka. You're not acting in the best interest of Kenya. Our men should protect our borders peke yake. So we are surrounded by the hotspot, Somali. ISIS hapo, right? We are surrounded. Hatuko in NATO. If we are not in NATO, hawawezi kutu protect. So we are not a member of NATO. So if anybody was to attack Kenya saa hizi, the West is not going to come. Wameenda kusaidia Ukraine. See, they allowed Ukraine to spiral into war. Tulikuwa tunasikia tu, Putin ana advance to the borders of Ukraine. Ako hapa, anaenda hapa. He's getting closer. See, he could have been stopped at any point. What makes you think that you have friends ati we are the closest non-NATO ally? Hatuko allies, they just want your men to go get killed in a foreign land. What are you going to gain? I know what you're going to gain. Okay, first, if your men wamekufia abroad, who else is left to protect the country? Na Kenya, a very strategic, tuko very strategically placed, so hakuna mtu hataki, either China na the US, wote wanataka the strategic location ya Kenya, because where we are placed in the Indian Ocean. So when our men hawako, they are out there protecting other countries, nani atavamia Kenya? Sahizi we are in a very 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 dangerous place. Kama country, we are in a very dangerous place, because first of all, angalia, we are ni sisi the number one thing trending. Kenya is trending, Gen Z is trending almost on every station in the world. So inamaanisha, first of all, we are vulnerable. Sahizi war ikaingia, our men wanafanya nini Haiti? They should be in Kenya trying to protect the country. Nani aliwaallow? The other day Raila was complaining that President Ruto lifted a ban on GMO maize. So ukitani, like Kenyan farmers rely kabisa on maize kiuchumi, you know. So if you lift a ban, uallow GMO food to come to Kenya, na sisi we love eating organic, now uzoroteshe uchumi ya mkulima. Our American big companies, they are being subsidized. So wakuje wa destroy economy ya mkulima. Whose interest, like nani sasa, whose interest are we working on? And then we have to finance all those things with higher taxes. How convenient. Yani, government lose touch. The government has lost touch na reality na what is happening in Kenya. Because ukajua how much Kenyans are going hungry every day, Mr. President ata hungedhubutu kuleta such an enormous tax bill on a normal Kenyan. People are hungry. Kutoka 2020, economy imekuwa ikienda chini. Elect president to act in the best interest of a country, na anaendelea make decisions zenye they are against maendeleo ya hiyo country. Can't you call that treason? I felt like so sad nikisikia foreigners, they can come to Kenya without applying for a visa. Why? Kenya si choo ati inaingiwa na kila mtu. Why would you do that? They are criminals, dangerous criminals that can come to the country at any time. So tutawafungulia tu njia wakuje waingie. At this point it's like, okay, our women, they are going kufanya kazi nje, our men wanaenda kufight nje. Kenya imeachiwa nani na umefungua milango ya kila mtu aingie? Me, I vote no confidence. Hakuna kitu ingine. Vote no confidence. Because ya kusaliti country, lose touch, na ni dharau tu, losing touch, ni dharau tu. I vote no confidence. I vote no confidence. Wabunge, wabunge wa Kenya, hakuna mtu moja kabisa, hata moja wenu tu ataleta hiyo motion ya no confidence. None of you will do that. Senator Crystal Asige was very surprised ati wabunge wanataka kwenda holiday. Mnataka kwenda vacation. Si muende. Chukueni virago muende Seychelles vacation. That's what you do. You run because you're cowards. But mi naona this has been overdue. Hii madharau. Asige called wabunge narcissists. Ati Kenyans wakikasirika wanaambiwa that's not how you should be behaving. Munataka watu wa behave aje? At this point, bunge yetu imejawa na murderers, thieves, promiscuous members of parliament. Kenyans wamesema hawataki Ruto, hawataki hii government. Hata wamesema Ruto usiwafanyie anything, hatutaki, tuachana tu na kazi. Usijenge barabara, usitulete finance bill. Kenyans wamesema it's over, hawataki, hatutaki, imeisha. Iishe tu hivyo. Inaweza isha vizuri. President akaresign, that would be like the easiest way. Resign, we go back to elections, tuchague a more conservative people, watu wenye actually wana understand international relations, that every president should act in the best interest of the country. Me, that's all I'm going to say. Saa hizi, me, I think the vote of no confidence inafaa kuwekwa saa hizi. Hiyo motion inafaa kukua saa hizi. Enough is enough. Sheigana ne sheigana. That's 100%. Tumefikisha 100%. Sheigana ne sheigana. Any more of that ni overkill. Kenyans hawataki. It feels even wrong. On a political level, on a spiritual level, on a personal level, hata ukiangalia, you can't ignore how Kenyans are feeling na what they're wanting, na huwezi ignore the policies zenye zimefanywa internationally na hii administration. It just says they're selling the country. Treason.